100% Chelsea 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Next round of the FA Cup, Ian's wearing a shirt, not a Chelsea shirt. Are you going somewhere afterwards?
Yes.
Have you got a date?
21st. Yeah.
He's lying, he's got a date. Ian never dresses up unless it's a date.
Ian got a date.
No, go on, mate.
Got a date.
You finished?
Listen, that's another. Listen, regardless of what's happening, mate. Let's just talk about the game, shall we?
Yes, thank you. It was all right, wasn't it? Don't overcomplicate it. Hudson-Odoi played brilliantly well, I thought.
Ethan Ampady?
Yes, again, played very well, although I was in the West Upper, so I quite often found...
were you in the West Upper, were you?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, get you, prawn sandwich.
I had a cushioned seat as well.
Was it heated?
I was after I farted on it, but there we
are. They don't sell Bovril in the West Upper, do they?
I think they did, actually, yeah.
They actually sell Bovril in the West Upper?
They did, yeah. I think they did.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, 2019 now. Can't even say that anymore.
But go on, let's focus, talk about the game.
Yeah, youngsters played very well. Loftus-Cheek, I didn't know what the hell was up with him. Obviously, I assume he's injured, is he?
So apparently his back's gone again. So obviously that was something that was troubling him at Palace. That is now surgery, probably, because it's continuous, so he's probably going to be out for quite a long time. Yeah,
I'm not his biggest fan, and I've made that publicly clear, but even today he did not look anywhere near what he can do. He kept losing the ball. I don't know what the story was, but he just didn't look at it. But look, we had to bring on Hazard. That's the main problem I've got with today. Look, the main thing about these kind of games is you're through. That's the main thing, is you're through. But we had to bring him on, and I really would have liked him to just rest before Tuesday. Yeah, I really would have liked him to just rest, because he's been doing it a lot continuously. I've been crying out for Willian, saying that he needed the break, but Hazard needed it even more. Hazard just needed to be able to just sit there and do nothing, and do nothing. Really, that's what he needed to do, just do nothing and put his feet up and relax and be on form for that game on Tuesday. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% confident going into it. I'm not, but
confident at all. But I'm never confident. I was worried playing against Nottingham Forest a minute, but yeah, that's just me.
To be fair, this did have upset of the cup written all over it, to be fair, but thank God it didn't. I'd like to have seen him rest, but obviously he had to come on. We couldn't have done anything else. We couldn't have changed the system any other way. It would have disrupted the whole play. But it did, when he did come on, it meant that Hudson-Odoi could play on the right hand side, and that's where I think he's best. He's obviously known for his right foot. He delivers bits of quality, as we've already mentioned. It's good. He is better on the right than he is on the left, and I think that's a big thing. He played well and hasn't had a lot of experience, to be fair. In the first team this season, he hasn't had a great deal of experience. He's getting more, but not a great deal. To play in a position that he's not natural to and play like that, you can think, if you want to play him a bit more, the tight run of fixtures that we have got, plus the injuries, means that he could do that. He really could push on. He really could push on.
I mean, he is going to be starting. If he doesn't start, it's going to be something like injecting Pedro or Willian with adrenaline or something like that, ridiculous, just to make sure that they get in the side. But based on today's performance, I know Tottenham's a massive step up from Nottingham Forest, but would you just say fuck it, to be honest? Is it just one of those at the minute?
Yeah, bollocks, why not? What's the worst case scenario you're going to have out of this? You're out the cup. We could play brilliantly well and still be out the cup. Yeah. You know, it's, you've got, I wouldn't say throw the kitchen sink at it, but you're not too far away from it. You need to go and get yourself something to defend when you come back here for the second leg. You know, that's what you need to do. The other thing as well, we don't necessarily know when the second leg's going to be, because it's still unconfirmed and whatever. I think we all pretty much know it's going to be on the 22nd, but it's not confirmed. You could very easily come into this game, into the second leg. Spurs could have lost one or two since, the first leg and the second leg. We could have won. We could be on a real bit of form. You don't know who could be back, because it's such a long period of time between the two. You really don't know what the case could be, but you have to go to Wembley and get something to defend. We're at home. We've been here on big nights with Barcelona, like last year and whatever.
What night that was?
Yeah, he obviously didn't go to play in the second leg and whatever, but it was a great night. You make the noise, you get the atmosphere, you get people worried. It can be a real benefit playing this game at home second.
Was it? Yeah.
Make the most of it. But to do that, you have to go and get a result on Tuesday. We have to play Hudson-Odoi. We have to, because it's all we've got. And I remember watching the pre-season friendly. I know it's pre-season friendly against Arsenal in Dublin, and Hudson-Odoi had the absolute run over of Hector Bellerin. He could do this in a big game. He can do it. There's nothing saying that he can't.
And he's got the heart to do it as well. Been at the club since he's 8 years old.
Exactly. Look, there's the rumours flying about whether he could go Bayern Munich or go here, there, wherever it be. But he's currently a Chelsea player, and I know for a fact that he's going to give it absolutely everything he's got. Because he says he doesn't see a future for himself. Couple of good games, he could be pushing Willian and Pedro out of that team.
Well, I mean, I think the big thing there is saying you don't see a future, but at the same time, I did the stats, and obviously for a team which is renowned for using youth in Tottenham Hotspur, Skip's got the same amount of appearances as Callum Hudson-Odoi this season, both 18 years old. I think it may just be sheer desperation from us because we want to see a youth player come through.
Yeah.
But at the same time, time is on his side. The same can't be said about Cesc Fabregas obviously today after him leaving. What are your thoughts on him?
Thanks, Cesc. Like, you can't put it any other way. He's been a great servant to the club. Someone's had opinions about him, but
hang on, right? I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that, you bastard. Right, I want to settle this now. Okay, Cesc Fabregas. I was a cunt. I'm sorry. Okay, that's the only way to put it. He's been a great servant for Chelsea, a fantastic player. There's no doubt about it. Yes. And I want to pay homage to him properly in my review. And he, like Fab said behind the camera, he's pointed at himself. Yeah, he didn't cry when he left Arsenal. So have some of that, Robbie.
Yeah, we know Cesc has been great. It's not even the case of for Chelsea. He's a great footballer worldwide. He's well renowned, and he's been brilliant. He's a proper professional. He does his piece. He said thank you to everyone, all the fans after the game. Look, we don't know if it's we don't know if it's confirmed, but we all basically know. So I want to say big thank you, big thank you. And it'll be hard to replace him. People have had mixed reviews, but it will be very hard to replace him. So we go on to the next game, but to finish on it, cheers, Cesc. Thanks for everything.